I find this to be absolutely hilarious, and by using a video. Okay, I'll explain the video mostly because I can probably play just a little bit of it, but it really doesn't, serve any conceivable function. But the headline itself: making women look dumb is a disturbing new podcast trend. Okay, so putting women on a panel, allowing them to speak their mind on by being prompted by very simple questions, makes them look stupid? All right, secretly based. But you want to couple that with a video of a woman who's coming out and saying that, well, my husband goes to work, there's nothing that gets his dick harder than having me go out there and fuck the neighbors. What are we doing out here? It's hilarious. For generations at this point in time, for the better part of 50, 60 years, however you want to quantify it, men have been made to look retarded. Case in point: The Simpsons, Married with Children, Modern Family, Friends. Every single man, every single father figure that's out there is either incompetent, the Homer Simpson stereotype, or a borderline abuser like Ed Bundy. Or it's Al Bundy. His name's Ed Harris. I see that. Not Ed Harris. I'm fucking everything up, but it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. It's all cool. We'll get it. So why is it disturbing? Is it exposing that these educated women, because the central podcast that they're talking about right here, because they wouldn't have the audacity to go after Fresh and Fit, because you'd take a look at that one and be, ooh, that's controversial, but they're also black, so we don't really want to tread that line. And you'd also realize that, ooh, maybe if you clip up some of that stuff, oh, Myron says the N-word just a few too many times and he drops way too many truth bombs. But what they have is the Whatever podcast, and that little fucking blue-haired cuck that's on that panel every single time. He's the worst thing to have ever happened to this current incarnation of the manosphere. Him and his bitches just come in here and fucking subvert everything and just make everything cocksuckingly insufferable. And especially on a panel like this, well, except for MLD, shout out to him. He's getting some incredibly undeserved shit lately, and yeah, that one might deserve going over that situation in totality if anybody's forgot how bad faith idiots like to go ahead and spin a situation in order to make somebody who's telling truth, doing good in the world, is all of a sudden, oh, he's a woman beater. Oh, he had liposuction. Okay, what? You're the side that cries foul when, that's just an ad hominem attack. The fuck are you doing? Mischaracterizing and, oh yeah, attacking the person, not the arguments, because you can't. All you do is just deflect and then just raise extremes and you argue like bitches. That's what you have right here. Just miserable fucking feminists. So putting them on a panel all of a sudden makes women look bad? Huh, weird. Thought it was all about equality, right? A podcast with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, which he kind of got them all because I don't know what the sub count for whatever is. I think it's in the 4 million range, but he got all of those from running a very successful prank channel back in the cut. That's what I seem to know. And then just only recently started to do the boring version of Fresh and Fit on the West Coast from with a bunch of chicks from, I forget, he's just off the campus of a pretty big university. I don't think it's USC. I don't think it's Berkeley, but it's in that area, right? But yes, they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and followers across online platforms, is stoking the flames of controversy by belittling female guests and making them look dumb. How? How are they belittling female guests? By putting them on for free, allowing them to advertise all of their online profiles, allowing them to speak their mind, because, yeah, that's another reason I don't like Whatever all that much, because it's a great big hen clucking fest when it's all said and done, because the bitches, they run wild. And some people like that stuff. Good for you. It's just not my thing, especially when there's a much better alternative out there. Podcast uses... Oh, sorry, should run this back. Whatever is hosted by Brian Atlas, masquerades as a dating talk show while delving into gender roles, body counts, and the legitimacy of the patriarchy. Oh my god! So many other things, but not too many other topics in general. It's kind of a very myopic view of things, but whatever, man. It works. It's also why the title works. Podcast team uses social media to seek women panelists, but it's not very difficult. It's like, hey, you want to get some male attention with very minimal effort? Come on through. We'll link your Instagram in the description. Fantastic stuff. Only to later roast them online and snippets pandering to the virality of the inflammatory hot takes. In other words, the perfect clickbait. But yeah, nobody's given them lines to read. Like, this isn't central casting, bro, and this isn't a fucking audition. These bitches come up with these dumb fucking things right off the top of their head. In one episode, the panelists, who are all women, rate themselves 10, much to Atlas's shock. It shouldn't be. The overinflated ego of the modern woman is right there because it's all about self-love and it's what you think about yourself that matters. Sure thing. That's why you all wear makeup, right? Oh, interesting, because it's all about what you feel. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna rate you guys, but none of you are 10, he says in response. Yeah, exactly, because in actuality, there's been like 2 10s in my lifetime. Jennifer Connelly in the 90s and Scarlett Johansson in the beginning of the 2000s. Like, that's about it. And then the rest of them, just various different gradients from on there. Prompting a chorus of agreements in the comments by users cruelly joking about a woman's weight and appearance. Well, in the words of MLD, if she lost about 40 pounds. In another, Atlas grills the panelists on their body count or how many people they fucked, okay? And is met with resistance. Oh no, I thought it was just all about liberation, right? But then when you want to hold that investigative lens up, all of a sudden they just want to clam up, right? Like, this is just basic shit. It doesn't matter to me, but it matters to you guys, one woman said, gesturing to a man sitting across the table. So I'm not going to go there and put myself out there and say my body count just for you to ridicule me or something. It's funny, right? It doesn't matter to her, so I'm not going to put it out there. Fantastic logic that you have there on display. Well, OnlyFans model Nicolette Nicole, I bet who gets fucked on camera for $4.99 a month, admitted that her appearance on the podcast was to bolster her own following. Fucking fantastic. All you do is just ridicule women. What do they get out of it? Thousands of simps subscribing to their OnlyFans. Like, there's no value that's really added outside of just exposing dumb 304s. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. But do you actually check any of them? Do you show the tactics to expose the game? Nah, not really. You just let them babble for like 5 hours at a clip. She told Vice that the clips were definitely chosen to create controversy. Yeah, that's short form content in a fucking nutshell. Welcome to the internet. And make her look dumb and shame her. Well, was she dumb and shameful on the podcast? Well, no. I also think that a big reason that all of these chicks are out there and they say the dumb shit that they do is because there is absolutely zero shame in society today. Why women run around and do the fuck shit that they do. And at the moment somebody says, wow, that's incredibly fucking stupid, they just continue to parrot, deflect, and then accuse you of doing something stupid by just saying, no, what you said was hideously retarded. But if I push back on that, all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. Oh, interesting. Okay. On Twitter and TikTok, the video's provocative one-line captions lure thousands to millions of views. Stop exposing the game, goddammit. OnlyFans girl gets roasted, the podcast tweeted. Well, of course, man. Like, do you not know the game? That is online, okay? That is life on the fucking internet. Especially on Twitter. You have 280 characters for a reason. Get your thought out there. Like that, it gets picked up. If it's concise, it's to the point, conveys a funny or witty message. That's the entire purpose of the platform. And on YouTube, you have to play the fucking game. That's why you gotta have the most outlandish, ridiculous, color-rich, explosive thumbnails, provocative titles, just so you can get people in the door so that, hopefully, you have some value to add. They think they're 10s, but what about with no makeup? Reads another tweet. Okay, what's supposed to be derogatory about that? Am I missing something? On Twitter, whatever often promotes videos from conservative commentator Ben Shapiro and champions disgraced internet personality Andrew Tate. It's hilarious. You want to go ahead and write this entire article about how whatever podcast makes women look stupid by selectively editing their clips. And then you have the audacity to write disgraced internet personality Andrew Tate. Hey, fantastic. Cognitive dissonance here, completely on display. Tate has been accused. Oh, he's been accused, huh? That's fantastic. How are those courts doing right now? At the end of the month, we're sure as fuck gonna figure out. Podcast following has grown amid backlash. I don't know. Has anybody actually, outside of just saying, why the fuck is this shit all over my feed? I have not seen really any backlash when it comes to this. It's just kind of, mid, fresh, and fit, but not one name check on that. Interesting. Well, yeah, with aghast critics slamming the show for talking down to women while dubbing Atlas an Andrew Tate wannabe. You're going to have to cite your source on that one. Like, I've only seen a couple of episodes of the show. We did a watch along. I think that was on Rumble. I think that was, that was on Rumble, and he didn't really have much to say. Brian didn't have much to say, so to say that he's an Andrew Tate wannabe, oh, I don't know. Tell me you despise women without telling me you despise women. And don't forget the condescension. One Redditor... Yo, if you're trolling Reddit for fucking comments, like, get out of here. Is it just me, or do all those women look incredibly uncomfortable? Wrote another in part. The post has reached out to Atlas for comment. It's hilarious, right? You put women on, you ask them questions, they say incredibly stupid shit, and then it's women most affected. Huh, fantastic. Like I said at the beginning, generations at this point in time. We're probably 4 or 5 generations deep when it comes to making men in every single conceivable media avenue look completely, totally, utterly inept. But that's totally fine, right? That's why I said, right at the bottom of all of this stuff right here, everything needs to be done in service of women. And the only correct societal position is the female one, so... Oh yes, they compare and contrast that with, oh yeah, hero of TikTok, Drew Afualo, who is the perfect contrast. Not because her content's any good. Fuck no. If you know, you know, and if you don't, your life is better for it. But all she does is ad hominem attacks, just dunks on men. And is she being held up as some sort of, bastion of intellect? Content creator Drew Afualo, who counts 8 million TikTok followers, thanks to her zingy clackbacks at misogynistic men. All she does is attack guys online, pull their clips out of context, doesn't even interact with them at all whatsoever, but it's zingy clapbacks. As opposed to Brian or Myron putting a microphone in front of their face, them saying something completely, totally retarded, but that's misogynistic. Oh, okay. Fantastic. Has expressed her displeasure for Atlas's content. In one clip, Afualo stitches a snippet of Atlas calling a female panelist. Interesting. Stitches a snippet. Takes shit out of context. Okay, cool. In reference to her looks, in which she says, that's just your opinion. Yeah. Good comeback. I'm sure it's probably a lot worse. In response, Atlas continues to reiterate his stance on her attractiveness because it bothers him that it doesn't bother her. In another, Afualo responds to a video of the Whatever podcast claiming Atlas claims that men are more oppressed than women. But yeah, as a staunch feminist, she would say, more patriarchy. It's like, bro, thanks to female delusion, female empowerment, the lack of shame in society, there would be only one reason, okay? The male equivalent of this fucking heffalump would not be able to get put on with the lack of talent that she has. But, hey man, privilege is invisible to those that have it. And so appropriately, she's holding up an L. I couldn't facilitate a bigger, and heavy emphasis on the bigger, dork than her. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.